Okay, hi YouTubers. This is a walkthrough guide on changing a steering wheel off an Audi A1. I have changed steering wheels in the past, but I'm by no means an expert. But I've done it slowly and worked out what tools I need. So hopefully this will help other people. Okay, so this is a new wheel. The wheel I have on the car at the moment is a one-piece molded plastic. Not very fitting for Audi, so I'm swapping it for this one, the S-Line wheel. Two-tone leather, silver stitching, gloss black and silver trim. So yeah, it looks a lot better. So first couple of images are of the new wheel, and then I'll take you through a walkthrough of how I'm doing things. Right, okay. I've managed to find the Audi official service manual on doing this, so I've followed it to the T. Made sure I've got the right tools. I'll talk you through the tools as I go on with this. So the first thing you need to do is switch your ignition on, just so the lights come up on the dash, and then pop the hood and get to the battery. Right, so grab yourself a spanner and undo the earth of the battery and just pull that cable right away. Again, I'm doing this from the Audi Service manual, so I followed it to the T and it worked fine. So you know, just do that. Just undo the earth, pull it away. Everything will switch off, and get yourself back into the car. Okay, back in the car, you need to go to your steering wheel adjuster. Do you know the little black stalk you can use that you can adjust your steering wheel height and its position? Well, move it as closest to you as possible, i.e. the point furthest away from the car. You get what I mean. Giving you the most clearance to work behind the wheel. Okay, so if you turn your wheel to the two points, the two fork points, looking at the photograph there, the bit that's up at the speedo is point 1, then obviously the point on the left of the airbag is point 2. Behind that you have two retaining clips. You're not unscrewing anything, you are not taking anything off. All you're doing is releasing two clips, which I'll show you. So can you see me there, my ugly mug, just glazing in through the wheel? I've used my iPhone here to do a reverse image view. Can you see the stud? You're not touching that, you're not moving that, you're not unscrewing that, you're doing nothing with that. You just need to get something gentle like a Phillips screwdriver without scratching your dash. Just gently push that wired bar. Can you see the wired bar that hits on the stud? That needs to come down a couple of mil. Once you've done that, you've released that clip and that side of the airbag will gently pop out. So again, you're not touching the stud, you're just putting something in to gently move that wire a couple of mils down, and then that side of the airbag will pop. Right, so this is what I mean about the airbag being free to come away. You've now undone those two retaining clips. That airbag now will just pull away. At this stage, ground yourself, touch something metal because you're messing with an airbag, but basically pull it forward and then you'll see a yellow clip, which is the connectors, which I'll show you next. Right, so you can see the yellow clip. All you've got to do there is see the white little clip within the yellow clip and just pull it towards you and pop it out. That's a releasing clamp. Then that whole yellow socket will just come away, which I'll show you in the next clip. Okay, so you've got the airbag off. Your next step is to get the steering wheel off, and you're going to be greeted by this, and you're probably going to think, what on earth is this? So unless you're a mechanic or you know tools, this is a spline bit. Didn't even know there was something called a spline bit until recently. The one you need to get is the M12 spline bit. don't try any other tools. You will just hack it and create yourself a very expensive bill, turning up at Audi, needing a big repair. Do yourself a favour, buy the right tool. Okay, so now you've got the airbag off, you've got your wheel on. What you need to do is reverse everything. Just put your new wheel on. On the shiny silver bit here, there'll be markers to help you to ensure the wheel is back on straight. Then put your M12 bolt back on, reconnect your airbag, make sure everything's tidy, and I'll show you how to put the airbag on. Okay, so there you can see my new wheel is on. I've put the bolt back in, it's all nice and tight. Nothing's going to fall off when you're driving, don't worry about it. That's not going to happen. Now when you put the airbag back on, because you've released the clips previously, all you're doing is you're pushing it back on. So make sure everything's in line, no wires are catching, it's all very neat underneath the airbag, and then push either side. And then what's going to happen is, how you undid it previously, that kind of spring and clip is going to clamp back on again and hold the airbag in place. Once you've done that, you need to go back into the engine bay and reconnect your battery. Okay, so I'm putting the earth back on. I'm tying it up with the spanner, makes it all nice and tight. I can hear everything switch on. I go in the car, check everything. No, the airbag hasn't exploded. You know, the radio works. Don't worry, everything's still going to work. A good test then is take the car for a drive. Two things. One, you want to make sure you put your wheel on straight. You'll find out if you've not put your wheel on straight when you take it for a test drive, because it will annoy the hell out of you. Two, you need to make sure your horn works, which it will do. Obviously, for your horn to work on the Audi A1, you press the airbag. So just press that, make sure your horn works. Hopefully everything will be fine. I encountered one problem on the test drive, which was the right side of the airbag came away. And that was because I hadn't pushed the airbag in enough for the clip to be held in place. Do you remember the clips you undone? To be held in place. So all I did was pull over, really push the airbag, heard the clip, and everything's